back to Direwolf20's Let's Play. This is episode 18. Just a minute ago I ran around and collected some of the scrap I had and made some more UU matter. You can see I'm up to 11 now, just 3 more to go until I can make another nice, really cool toy. A couple people wrote in on my last video saying I'm forgetting to do something, or there's something I can do that would be more efficient. It is actually something that I have started doing. I just wasn't showing it in my last video. I think I cut it out as I was editing it a bit. If you place 1 cobblestone in your crafting table with a philosopher's stone, you get 4 dirt. So, place a stack of cobblestone in there, you get 4 stacks of dirt. How nice is that? And that can then be recycled. So, you might argue that this is kind of manipulating the way the recycling system was intended to work in IC. It's up to you if you feel like that's kind of bending the rules a little bit, I guess you could say. But it's up to you. You can see I also just recently recharged some of my items here. Let's get to work on a new item that I don't think any of you have seen yet in my videos. I'm pretty sure, because I would have remembered making it. So bear with me just a moment here. So the first thing I'm going to need is some iron, some refined iron, some of this stuff. Take some tin with me. Why not? And I think that'll be good. So, I'm going to make an item which will be very useful based on what I made in my last video. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Of course I did. I need some more of these guys. And I think I'm going to snag... I need another MFE. Why don't I make one of those real quick as well? So I'm going to need some more diamond. Okay. Making a couple batteries. You guys probably can guess what I'm making at this point. That's right, generators. And what do you think I'm going to be doing with these generators? I wonder, Direwolf. This shouldn't be terribly hard to guess. Seriously. That's right, geothermal generator. We're going to feature this guy today and see how he works. I also said that I want to make a MFE, so why don't I do that? You guys have all seen this one 100 times, haven't you? And there we go. So let me go sleep through the night real quick. And then I'm going to step outside. Now, I've got these lovely cables going on here, and everything's great and groovy. Let me actually grab... I am being just a little bit inefficient. At this stage in the game, it's worth spending a couple of diamonds to make sure everything's running as smoothly as possible. So let me grab 2 of you guys. A few more fiber. Glass fiber, remember, is capable of handling some very high current and is very efficient with its energy. So, let's get rid of the gold. Remember I was losing 2 EU per second here with the gold? Not really a big deal. I was like 98% efficient, but why not make it 100%? Ta-da! No more EU loss. Excellent. Let's do the same thing here. And yes, these cables will connect to each other, but hey, let's just make it look nice. Ta-da! Perfection. Now, not sure how the splitting works with the distance. What I would imagine is the energy is going to travel up this way and head to the right because this is the only input. It wouldn't be able to go this way because this is the output side of the MFE. However, I don't know if this long cable here, if these 2 extra blocks are going to count towards the distance here, but I guess we'll kind of figure it out as we go. And let's lay down our geothermal generators. I did only make 2, there's no need to make a ton of them. Okay. And remember last episode I made a bunch of lava cells? Let's stick these guys in and see what happens. So the lava cell will be able to hold 20,000 EU. So each lava cell I stick in this generator will produce 20,000 EU over time at a rate of 10 EU per second. So one of these geothermal generators is producing energy at a rate of 10 EU per second compared to the solar collector, which is 1 EU per second, and the coal generator, which is 5 EU per second. So let's go ahead and stick 1 lava cell in the bottom here, and we can see it filled up the lava generator thingy a little bit. I am real quick going to go get my EU reader. I don't have it on me, do I? Nope. And there we go. And we should see a rate of 10 EU per second flowing through this line. Yes. And it's all getting dumped into this guy. Okay? If we were to start up this fuel cell here, you can see it's only filling up a little bit of what this geothermal generator is capable of handling. We should be up to 20 EU per second now, and we are. If I put a few more lava cells in here, it will use up as many as it can. It can hold, I think, 12, so yeah, that makes sense. And why not? Let's stick our remaining lava cells in there. Ta-da! So that's how the lava cells are going to work. So by putting 12 lava cells in here, 12 times 20 is, what is that, 240? So I get 240,000 EU. Is that right? No, 2.4 million EU? No, I was right the first time, 240,000 EU. So a stack of 12 of those guys going in there is 240,000 EU, and this is another 240,000 EU if this were full. I could make it full rather easily, couldn't I? Need some coal, though. In case anybody wasn't watching my last episode and is skipping ahead, you missed out, because I built a really neat little lava cell producing machine. Let's make sure we have enough tin in there. And then we'll put some redstone and coal in. Why not? And what I've been doing is manually activating this guy. Because when he gets overpowered, he starts moving fast enough that he pumps the lava bucket out of this chest before it has a chance to combine at the crafting table. So it ends up that the lava bucket moves out of here, as opposed to the empty bucket. But, you know, that's something I'm going to work on fixing at some point. So what we should start seeing happening here is lava buckets going in, empty buckets coming out, I hope. Yep. And there goes those things. I might go make a couple more buckets since I have some tin on me. Might as well add to this system. We'll increase the efficiency of the system by adding more buckets. See that, how that works? So by adding more buckets, this works a little bit quicker. And look, there's an example of the lava bucket being pulled out of the machine before it was ready. And the problem is the lava bucket now gets stuck because there is no lava bucket as part of the recipe here. So, I have to manually move this piece. Again, something I will eventually fix, but for now, not a huge deal. It is still pretty automated. Pretty cool. Once this is done churning through all my redstone and coal, I'll be right back. Okay, all finished. My buckets are reaccumulating in there. Getting pulled out of that guy. How'd I make out? Surprise, surprise, since I put 23 redstone and coal in, I got 23 lava cells. How cool is that? I can just stack these guys in here. Put a few more in. I'm going to try and balance these out. Yeah, looks pretty good. There we go. Now there's 7 remaining in each. So these lava cells will just sit here and produce energy for me. Speaking of energy, my MFSU up here is getting kind of full. You notice there's a charged Lapitron crystal in there? Yeah, if I hadn't stuck that in there, we'd be at 9.6 right now, and we'd be getting pretty darn full. Never did use my MFE out there, but that's alright. So let me clean up my inventory and move on to something else. So I did take that charged energy crystal I have in my MFSU out there, and I decided, what the heck, let's juice this guy up. Improve my snow biome a little bit. I believe I've got my electric jetpack on me. Look at that. Holy cow, look how big the range on this thing is. Whoa, I've got some snow all the way back here. Yeah, that's a good distance. So you can see if you give this guy a good amount of power, he's really going to do a nice job for you. If I really wanted to, I could probably wind up just taking those 2 geothermal generators and hooking them right up to that MFSU down there, so that I could produce a little bit more energy, but I think the Lapitron crystal holds a little bit more. I'm not sure if it's going to clear out the grass. Probably doesn't, but who knows, maybe it does. So yeah, making a snow biome is pretty fun. That guy's almost empty. I'm going to take him back to my base. And charge him back up. Gotta do something with all this energy, right? I did decide to go check out my glowstone aggregators, and look at this. Remember how long ago I made these things? Look at all the glowstone it's produced. I mean, it's been a long time, and they're actually starting to run low. So I'm going to refill them real quick. That's going to be kind of boring to watch, but I'm just going to do it real fast. Okay, looks like I'm all done with that progress. And, phew, look at me, I'm almost out of cobblestone now. That's alright. You can convert diamonds down to cobblestone if you really want to. And it looks like my recyclers there have produced a bit more scrap for me. So let's stick that stuff in and turn it on. And make ourselves a couple more pieces of UU matter. Not too shabby. Oh, it's going to be close. That's alright, I want that UU matter, I'll let it go a little bit inefficiently for a moment. For that last 10%, why not? Got plenty of juice in there. Okay, let's get crafting. I've got 13 UU matter. Oh, I need one more. Let me go get one. I am outside checking on my geothermal generators. Looks like that stack has been used up at the bottom there, but these guys are still pretty full. Just a reminder, you can fit 12 of those lava fuel cells in that geothermal generator at a time. Now, what I could do if I really wanted to is set up a piping system so that rather than feeding into the chest, it goes directly into my geothermal generators. If I wanted to do that, I could. I just don't really feel like it right now, and I don't really have a need to do that. I mean, as you guys can see, I've really got all the energy I really need at the moment. those geothermal generators there were just kind of something neat to build. But I'm really doing just fine on energy. Unless I wanted to, like, crank on my mass generator without any scrap in it and just have it go crazy. Which, who knows, maybe I will someday. Okay, I'm kind of desperate for one more UU matter, and I don't feel like waiting around for some scrap, so I will waste a little bit of energy. Like I said, got plenty. And let it progress. Let's see if any more scrap's been produced. Can't imagine I have more than one or two. One, why not, right? Nice. So I'll let that guy progress real quick. Okay, almost there. Yoink. 14 UU matter means another quantum armor piece, and you should probably know which one if you were paying attention when I told you how many quantum armor pieces you need. I'll need some of you. I need... be right back. Need to find some wool. Where am I going to find some wool? Good thing I have equivalent exchange. I don't have the reagents. I might as well, while I'm in here, not forget to grab my shears. Let's see if gray wool works, why not? Okay, the first thing I need to craft is a pair of rubber boots. Does gray wool work? It does. Rubber boots are cool. They make you take no fall damage. I believe that's their only ability, but I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty much no fall damage. The next thing I need is a pair of rubber boots. That's right, I need 2 for this recipe. I'm now going to craft those iridium plates, 2 of them, and I'm going to need a Lapitron crystal. Let's use the one I've got. I can always make another one later. Dun da da da! Quantum suit boots. My advanced knee replacement was great, but quantum suit boots, oh, you can't beat it. Let's run outside. That's right, run. Quantum suit boots, just like the quantum suit leggings, have a control ability. As you're running along, if you press control and jump, you jump very high. And you take very little to no fall damage. It's meant to give you no fall damage. I think they're a little bit buggy at the moment where you take a little bit, but running and jumping, oh boy, that's fun. You can see. That's a great time right there. Now keep in mind that that's another million EU, so now when I run out of juice on these 2 items, you can see my quantum suit leggings are a little bit, well, not a little bit low, but starting to get low. It's just from using them. It uses the energy in the boots. And I believe new with IC1 is that this effect works underwater as well, so if you happen to jump into a lake, you can run quickly while in water. And jump as well, so very nice. In the IC1, it was, once you have water, it was like, oh no. So those are quantum boots. Very cool. Well, there's 1 or 2 things I still want to show you from Industrial Craft. I also want to get going with equivalent exchange. However, I think the things I want to show you at this point, I'm not really ready to do. Equivalent exchange stuff, as you know, uses a lot of diamond, and I need to get more of that. So I'm going to have to go digging. And the 1 or 2 things I still want to show you from Industrial Craft are probably going to take like 10 episodes just to explain this one item. You may or may not know what I'm talking about. So I will be getting back to you guys shortly. I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. Might have been a little bit of a short episode, but I did a couple today, so I feel like this is a good wrapping up point. Hope you guys enjoyed checking out geothermal generators and the quantum boots, and I will catch you all later. Have a good night.